Welcome to my final project, a Statistic 2023 with Professor Grocha. So my introduction is why did I choose this project? The main reason is because I drink a water every single day. I'm always carrying a bottle of water. I'm also very conscious of how important it is to stay hydrated. So I'm curious to find out how many people do actually in the US of they do in fact drink water. What is my research question? Do people drink the recommended amount of water per day? My data showcases the number of US adults who drinks the water every day and drink the suggested number amount. My alpha is 0.05 because it is standard number and also is formed in statistics work. So for my sample method, I use all US adults who were exposed to my survey question, passing along small flyers. My population is all US American adults who were answered to my survey question. My sample is the 50 random people I chose for my experiment. The things that I did to avoid bias, first of all, was to make sure that I asked all genders and all age groups. Another important factor was that I asked people when the temperature was not above 75 degrees, because then people are more prone to say yes because of the human conditions. So here we have my data. Out of the 50 random people, 12 say yes, 38 say no. So here we have a pie chart with 76% of people say no, and here in the red zone we have 24% that do drink the recommended amount of water per day. So my hypothesis testing is according to a survey published by the New York Post. It reports that 22% of all US adults drink the recommended amount of water, which is 8 to 10 glasses a day. My null hypothesis is P equals 0.22. So the proportion of US adults who drink the recommended amount of water is 22%. My alternative hypothesis is P is greater than 0.22, so the proportion of US adults who drink the recommended amount of water is greater than 22%. So I'll continue with my hypothesis testing. We had condition 1, which is random and stated. Condition 2 is large sample, 10 times bigger than my sample size. That checks as well. And then we have the condition 3, big population. So we have 11 is greater than 10, that checks, and we have 39 greater than or equal to 10. So all conditions are met. So continuation here with hypothesis, we got P 0.22 from my survey, P had 0.24, N is 50, and my A alpha is 0.05. So we get an SE of 0.0586. A C score of 0.3413, so our p-value is equal to 0.3669. So here we have the graph of p-value that it shows that the p-value is 0.37. So that means that it's greater than alpha 0.05. So for my conclusion, we do not reject HO. So there is statistically insufficient evidence to reject HO. We concluded that the proportion of people who drinks the recommended amount of water is not greater than 22%. So to find the 95% confidence interval, we use the formula P plus minus C star multiplied by SE. So we get an interval of 0.1251 and then the other one 0.3549. So I am 95% confident that the proportion of US adults who drinks the recommended amount of water is between 12.51% and 35.49%. So my reflection about this project I did is that I learned some valuable key factors when conducting a proper survey, such as implementing charts by charts and be able to compare my research question with my hypothesis testing. I personally thought that the number 22% from the cited source from the New York Times was a little bit low. Therefore, I'm disappointed to confirm that the drinking of water is below average throughout the US population. I was also taken back that the random 50 people that I chose, they seem to drink more than the population mean. So the article does not support my claim of 22% of US adults who drink water. Thank you for watching my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed.